I swear to God, if they hurt Weenay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What is up, y'all? It's your man, That Dude, bringing you guys another video. Hey, I'm giving out subscriptions down below, so go hit that button. I'd appreciate it. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon or DanMachi for short? Season 3, episode 4. So I was very wrong about the origin of the Xenos. After watching episode 3, I took Arano saying that the Xenos just happened to appear as meaning that they were a further evolution of the monsters that were already present. But that is not the case at all. What the Xenos actually are is the spirits of the monsters being like dying and being reborn into new bodies over and over again, and apparently they retain their past knowledge and experiences, which to me doesn't quite add up as to why the Xenos yearn for the surface and they're able to speak the human language. If it's just monster spirits being rebirthed into new bodies over and over again, then that does not explain why they yearn for the surface. If they've always been monster spirits, all they should know was a dungeon. Some of that just doesn't add up to me. Maybe we'll get some answers on it going forward, but you would think it would have to be maybe reincarnated humans from the surface being reincarnated into the bodies of monsters for them to be able to speak the human tongue and for them to want to go to the surface. Before parting ways with the Xenos, Belle is told by Lid, lizard guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He is told by Lid that he should not hesitate to kill monsters. Xenos do not hesitate to kill monsters because they have to. They're constantly on the defense from humans and monsters alike. They don't hesitate. Belle should not hesitate either. And this is actually very important because we saw in episode 3 that Belle was very hesitant to kill the monsters on the way to go meet the Xenos. He froze up in their battles because it's obviously that he's gained some sympathy for the monsters, having bonded with Weenay. So maybe now he views the monsters in a different light. If he can bond with Weenay and see that she has the potential for good, maybe he thinks that all monsters have that kind of potential when they don't. So he should not hesitate to kill them. I was so upset watching Lid carry Weenay away. I want more scenes with Weenay and Belle, damn it. I've loved watching Belle and Weenay bond over the course of these first few episodes. Weenay is easily the best part of season 3 to me, and altogether season 3 has not been that good so far in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying it's been bad, but things definitely need to pick up here soon, or I might start losing interest because this season just hasn't had the same oomph as prior seasons, or that just doesn't feel as the same. And I had high hopes coming into the season for whether what directions the story may take and that kind of stuff, but it hasn't really held up so far. Things do seem to be picking up though. At the end of this episode, we see that the Xenos are ambushed by the traffickers, and I have to ask, if you're the Xenos and you know you're constantly have to be on the lookout for humans and monsters, why would you split up into smaller groups? You would think your best bet at safety would be in numbers, and you would just all travel together in your pack so you always have your strongest members around to protect everyone else. What is the point of splitting up? You make yourself easy targets. This episode really dragged to me. I had a hard time staying interested in what was going on. We all know the Hestia family is going to end up getting involved in helping out the Xenos. And then the origin of the Xenos raises some questions there. Like, okay, is there a certain amount of times that a monster, the spirit of a regular monster has to die and be reborn before it becomes a Xenos? There are just some things that don't quite add up to me. And then all around this episode, I felt there were some scenes that dragged on a little further than needed to, or they could have been spiced up in other areas. Maybe it would have been cool if Lily or some other member of the party had a little more vocal with maybe some disdain for the monsters or something to spice up this episode, because it really dragged on to me and not a lot happened that kept my interest. I really had to make myself focus on what was going on, and that's typically not a good sign. Alright guys, that's all I have for you on this one. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know why in the comments, and if you are so inclined, subscribe. I would appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.